We are live from Morgantown Ice Arena. Quinn Kuski here as your West Virginia Mountaineers are getting prepared to play. It's their first game of a doubleheader this week, and they play again tomorrow. The game was pushed to 11 a.m., so if you haven't seen that, it's just a friendly reminder to you that game is going to be starting an hour later than originally scheduled. About to get the first period underway here as the Mountaineers are taking on Erie Community College. Erie is in the red, West Virginia in the blue and gold. Opening draw is one back to Collins. He flips it ahead, and it is picked up there by Erie Community College, and they'll look to work it ahead. That pass picked off by Collins. He'll lug it into the zone now. Collins looking for space. He takes his shot, and that one goes around behind the net, off the Trappers. And now Erie Community College, they'll bring it into the offensive zone. That one deflected aside. Collins all over the ice in his opening shift, but Erie stays with it. They send it up to the blue line, wind up. They take a shot and right into the glove and held on and for a draw. Face-off won by the Mountaineers. They try to swing it around the boards, but that's picked off by Erie. They try to set one up. Good interception there from West Virginia, and they'll get it out of the zone. The puck goes back to the Mountaineer defensive end. They retreat back and gain possession. Now a pass across for Modert, and Modert trying to work his way out of the end. And he does so successfully, getting it out the center before the Cats send it back along, and it's dumped around the board by West Virginia. Forsyth trying to chip it up along the boards. He does so successfully, and the Mountaineers able to get it back out of their defensive zone, but they lose possession at center. Forsyth picks off that pass, and now he'll backhand it in on a cross-ice dump that will go to the far corner. The puck swings around the boards. Both sides come together. The Mountaineers get to it. They take a shot. That one well wide of the cage. Now it's backhanded along, deflected a couple times. It comes free, and back out the center. A couple players coming together, tied up for it. They go down to the ice, all is clean there, and play continues. Erie Community College, they cycle back through their defensive zone, and they'll swing it along the boards on the far side. Mountaineers defense pinches in and stops it right before it can cross the red line, and the West Virginia Mountaineers regain possession. A little backhand try to get it into the zone there from Belmore. And now it goes cross ice again with a Mountaineer dump, but it leads to Erie control. West Virginia forecheck, nearly forcing a turnover there, but the Cats stay with it, and they still have possession. Now that one just going over the stick of Delaney, all the way down it will go. The Mountaineers collect it. No icing, as they rule that it could have been played by West Virginia before it went down there. Now the puck comes free for Erie control. That one deflecting off the pillows and up out of play. Delaney on the draw for West Virginia. It is won by Erie. They send it back to the blue line. That shot through traffic, deflects around, never got through. Now back up to the blue line for a one-time shot. That was almost more of a slap pass, but intercepted by West Virginia, and they'll get it out of their end. Delaney now crosses center ice and enters the offensive zone. He tries to step by, but it's picked off and taken by Erie Community College. The Cats work it ahead into the offensive end. Now they dump it into the corner. Trying to pinch it off there is Collins, and he makes enough of a play to allow West Virginia to gain control. West Virginia playing it around the boards. Now they try to drop one off. That one off the mark as they try to find Delaney. West Virginia still with it now. They find Delaney center ice, and he passes right back, and the Mountaineers are up the wing. Erie regains possession. They go with a little flip out of their end and a diving effort there. Good play there by Motor to stop that from what could have been an odd man rush for Erie. That puck dumped into the Mountaineer defensive zone. The Mountaineers gain possession. It's played around boards for Collins. It takes an awkward bounce off of his stick. He loses an edge in front. It leads to a good shot, and West Virginia able to fend it off. Now the puck swings around the boards. Getting to it there is Collins. Little scrap for it now in the corner, and that one comes free. A sharp angle shot, never troubling the netminder, never finding its way on frame. Now another battle for the puck, 3-on-2 in favor of Erie. The puck gets ripped around the boards, and Erie has it, but it squeaks back out to center ice, where they'll dump it in and leads to West Virginia possession. A solid hit on Motor there by the boards from the Cats. And Erie trying to work it into the zone. They do, but delayed offsides is going to allow West Virginia to gain possession in the form of Forsyth. Forsyth swings it around the boards for Belmore. Belmore drops it back off for Forsyth, and now he swings it back round, where the Mountaineers retain possession. They try to find Motor there. That one off the mark. That shot going well wide, and now it comes back free for a pass attempt to Motor that skips up over his stick. Erie bringing it back into the offensive end now. That one comes free and is picked up by West Virginia. Now they come racing in into the offensive zone. That shot goes wide of the cage and comes free for a little bit of a scrum in the corner. That leads to Erie possession. Now from the blue line, the Mountaineers swing it down low. And it's loose behind the net where Erie takes possession. Erie Community College coming racing through center ice, and now they'll dump it in and around the boards. West Virginia will collect it on the far corner, and now it's played around the boards for Forsyth. Forsyth passes off. West Virginia still with it there with Sable. Sable's pass goes off the mark, and Erie takes it back. Erie working it into the zone. Little bit of contest there, and it's paddled aside and into the near corner where Erie takes it. That one comes in onto the side of the cage, covered up and held for a draw. 14:21 to go in period number 1. West Virginia yet to register a shot in this game. Erie has 3 so far, and it has seemed like it is all Erie thus far. West Virginia not really getting any extended zone time so far. Erie Community College with a shot there. That one picked off, and it could be a 2-on-1 for West Virginia. They come racing into the zone. There's the shot, and they score! West Virginia, first shot, first goal of the game, and it's 1-0 Mountaineers. A great shot there, right off of the post and in. And the Mountaineers are up 1-0 in the first period. Brennan there with the goal for the Mountaineers on the first shot of the game for West Virginia. Collins trying to play one along. Erie contesting it for a little bit, but Collins works it now into the offensive end. He passes across. That one finds nothing but red jerseys, but still battled for right now, and West Virginia comes back away with it. Now they try to work one around behind and do so. They play it up to the blue line. That shot through traffic, never found its way on frame. Back up to the blue line. That one read and picked off. Bit of a telegraph pass, and away comes Erie with a 2-on-1. They shoot a big save there for West Virginia. Held and covered for a draw with 13:28 to go in the first. That puck goes around the boards, off the mark for Forsyth. West Virginia stays with it. Now they pass it, a bank pass there for Motor. Motor rings it down into the Mountaineer offensive end. Erie comes away with possession. They backhand one up ahead. And there it's taken, and a dump attempt fails. and Erie comes away with it. Erie trying to set up shop in the offensive end. A couple bodies come together, and now it's battled for along the near wall. Finally, it kicks free. Erie tries to chip one, and now Modert clears it out the center, and he goes racing away for what could be a 2-on-1. Modert, he takes a shot, and he scores! Modert on the 2-on-1, and it's 2-0 Mountaineers in just 2 shots. Very similar situation to the first goal. A steal of the puck right along the near wall, leading to a 2-on-1, and this one sniped home in similar fashion. 2-0 West Virginia early in the first period. Erie Community College with it off the face-off. And they turn it over to West Virginia. The Mountaineers look to re-enter the zone, and they will do so. A good pass into the slot. West Virginia trying to set something up. They're unable to do so. Now it's a battle in the corner. 2-on-2 as they try to pull this puck free. Sable in the mix for West Virginia. And away with it comes Erie Community College. They're looking to set something up in the offensive zone now. That one played around the boards. A couple bodies come together, and it's loose behind the net where West Virginia takes it. Now another solid hit. Sable passes cross ice, and that one picked up and dumped in by Belmore. Belmore races after it. And now a battle for possession as it comes back free and played up to the blue line for Collins. Collins chips one in deep, and it's picked back up by Erie Community College, and they'll now lug it through center ice and look to bring it into the offensive zone, but unsuccessful. West Virginia takes possession. That pass goes cross ice, but deflects off a stick and is picked back up by the Cats. That one going all the way down. No icing as Erie Community College clearly won that race. A good play by the West Virginia netminder to fend that off on what could have been a chance. Shot from the blue line, deflected out in front, puck still loose. Ref lost sight of it, and he blew it dead. He just signaled it was his bad. He lost sight of the puck. Goalie didn't have it, but rather him go ahead and blow that dead than chance a bad play. Delaney on the draw for the Mountaineers. Defensive zone face-off. Delaney does win it. Forsyth plays it around the boards. And that's pinched off. Turned over to Erie Community College, and now they have it. They work it into the slot for a shot, and that one just up over the top of the cage. Brennan with a solid hit there for West Virginia. He's got one of the 2 goals tonight. Good back check there from Delaney with a stick lift preventing a shot on goal. Now that puck rings around the boards. Erie Community College, they take a shot through traffic. That one held and covered up for a draw. Face-off won by West Virginia. They play it around the boards, missing everybody, and it goes all the way up the center where Erie takes it. West Virginia regains possession. They pass cross ice, switching the direction of play and gaining some space and allowing for that dump in. Erie takes it back from their defensive zone. West Virginia's forecheck unable to get the job done there, and now Erie comes racing into the offensive end. West Virginia doing a good job applying pressure. That puck goes in the slot, and a great save there from West Virginia's netminder. He'll cover up and hold it. Another face-off upcoming. A couple of spectacular saves so far this game from Mackey, keeping West Virginia with this 2-0 lead. Erie with another shot. That one deflects off the boards, and it's picked up by Collins. Collins flips one ahead. That one's coming into the offensive zone for the Mountaineers, but they're unable to skate onto that puck, and Erie takes possession now. West Virginia looking to set up a forecheck. They couldn't get it set up before Erie was able to leave the zone, but now Collins gains possession. Collins drops one off, and the Mountaineers have it in their own defensive zone. They'll look to set up the attack. That pass up ahead, just slightly missing the mark, maybe came in a bit too hot, and Erie comes away with it. Erie with a pass into the slot, a good chance in on Mackey, but unable to pull the trigger. There are the Cats, and West Virginia gains possession. Collins steps by one, and now he flips it ahead. Now a battle for possession around behind the net. 2v2 aside, and it comes free for West Virginia. Mountaineers set it up to the blue line. There a shot through traffic right into the chest, and the first shot on goal that didn't go in for West Virginia recorded at the 9-minute mark of period number 1. Face-off won by West Virginia. They played around the boards. It comes back up, looking to get it to the blue line. Not enough power on that one, and Erie comes away with it. Erie from their offensive zone. They pass one cross ice. It's still loose, and finally it's picked up by Sable, and he passes off for Belmore, and away go the Mountaineers on the counterattack. West Virginia plays it into the zone. Sable trying to gain possession there, but Erie comes away with it. Now Erie with a one-on-one here in the offensive end. That shot going well wide. And we have a stoppage in play. Erie player is down back behind the play in his own defensive zone. Erie player skating off mostly under his own power there. Defensive zone draw. No, they're going to go with a neutral zone draw upcoming. Delaney on the draw for the Mountaineers. Face-off won by Erie, and they'll send it into the West Virginia zone. Mountaineers play it around the boards and look to chip it ahead. Now it's battled for along the far wall, and it comes free to be a shot through traffic. That one deflects, never found its way through. And another chance out in front, and that one blocked off as well. West Virginia with a good play there, sticking that one down in the defensive zone, and away they go. Cross-ice pass, and it goes cross-corner dump, and it comes free for the stick of Brennan. Brennan takes a sharp angle shot there. I'm not sure that one got through. And that one comes free into the slot. Well defended by Erie, and now they'll dump in and go off for a change. That puck kicks free to be taken by Brennan. He plays ahead looking for Delaney. Delaney unable to corral it, but Brennan takes it back. And he steps by one into the zone. He takes a shot, and that one doesn't go. Now a pass right out in front, and another chance for West Virginia patted aside. Mountaineers starting to pour on the offense here. They've evened up the shot count. It was 2-7, now it's 7-7. Erie Community College, they dump it into the zone. West Virginia goes after it. They win the race, but solid physical play from the Erie forecheck. But the Mountaineers are able to stick with it. West Virginia try to get it out, unable to do so. Erie has it back now. Erie looking to set something up out in front. They play it up to the blue line. Shot through traffic, and they score off of that one. Through traffic, Mackey never able to see it. And it is 2-1 now, with the Cats scoring a big goal here in period number 1. Face-off won by West Virginia. Played ahead by Forsyth, but taken by Erie. Erie dumps it into the zone, and around the boards it will go. He played ahead. A couple Mountaineers coming together, trying to make sure they gain possession. Forsyth skates away from the corner with the puck. Now it's up to the blue line. Erie takes it. They take a shot. That one lobs right into the glove of Mackey, and he'll hold on for a draw. Face-off won by West Virginia. They try to chip it ahead out of the zone, unable to do so there. It comes free where Erie takes it. Erie trying to work it into the offensive, an attacking point of the offensive zone. But West Virginia able to take it away. But a fanned-on pass there leads to Erie possession once more. Modert with a good play. Now he comes racing away with it. Modert bringing it into the offensive zone. And he's fended off of the puck. And West Virginia is forced to retreat a little bit and reset. Modert around behind the net, looking to set something up. Now he plays it back around the boards where it's taken by Erie. Erie going with a long lead pass. It connects, but a little bit of a forced slowdown there allows the West Virginia defense to get back on what could have been a breakaway. Erie trying to keep possession here. They do so. Shot through traffic. That one deflects a couple times, winds up going wide. And back up to the blue line for a shot in. That one blocked by Modert, and he'll just send it all the way down, clear it out of danger. And they called the icing even though the Erie netminder touched the puck. Shouldn't have been an icing call there. But a face-off in the West Virginia defensive zone upcoming with 5:08 to go in period number 1. Erie wins the draw. They send it back up to the blue line. That shot through traffic. That one blocked by Modert. It's his second block shot of this shift. Now he'll play it around the boards, and West Virginia takes it. Only momentarily, though, Erie has it back. Now it's picked off by Modert. He's having a great defensive shift. And now he'll work it into the offensive zone and dump it. And West Virginia can finally get off for a much-needed change. Sable and Belmore applying some forecheck there, but Erie able to exit the zone. But a good pinch by Collins almost leads to possession for West Virginia. And Erie comes away with it now. Belmore has a penalty upcoming to him. He plastered his man into the boards, and he's just going to go to the box. He knows what happened. Belmore's going to go take a seat, and a good chance here for Erie Community College to tie this game up in the first period. Power play upcoming with 4:28 to go in period number 1. Face-off taken by Delaney. He just backhands one up and out of zone. It only makes its way back to center ice, and the Cats can look to reset. The Cats play it all the way back to their defensive zone there before they can start the reset. They have a delayed offsides now, so still can't enter the zone. About 30 seconds have already dripped off of this power play. The Cats with a good move in and a shot, and it goes in off of Mackey. They got him 5-hole, a good dangle into the zone by ECC, and the game is tied at 2. Tie game here with about 4 minutes to go in period number 1 as Erie sends it back into the zone. Retreating after it is West Virginia. They play it around the boards, but Erie takes it back only momentarily. Brennan plays it ahead for Forsyth. Forsyth tried to go back to Brennan. This time it is picked off by Erie. And now it's battled for. Right around behind, Erie gains possession. They try to pass one out in front. That one blocked off. Erie staying with it now. They go back around behind the net. Now it's played back to the blue line. That shot through traffic. Mackey deflects that one aside. Good rebound control to deflect it to the corner as well. And that will be offsides. And a shot in after the whistle. Mackey goes ahead and gloves it anyway. West Virginia not too happy about that. Face-off controlled by the Mountaineers. That one's backhanded along. It will go all the way down where Erie takes possession with 3 to go in period number 1. Erie works it ahead through center ice, and now they lug it into the offensive zone. A good move by out in front and a chance. Mackey covers that one up. It never crossed the line. It did get close. Slashing penalty upcoming here to Erie Community College. Now a power play for West Virginia and a chance to answer on the Cats' earlier power play goal. And a chance to re-establish the lead before intermission here. 2:47 to go in the first. The power play, of course, is going to be a 2-minute power play. Face-off, one back to the blue line, taken by Collins. Collins drops it off. And a shot there, and that one covered and held. And we'll have a stoppage just 7 seconds into the power play. Face off this time won by Erie. They just pin it up along the boards. West Virginia trying to pull it free. And finally they do so, up to the blue line for Collins. Collins walks the line, takes a shot, deflects a couple times, but it doesn't find its way on target. Now Erie with a chance there as they tried to exit the zone, but a good pinch by Collins stops that from happening. West Virginia works it down low, that pass fanned on, but staying with it and over to Brennan. Brennan's pass deflected and out of the zone it will go. Collins retreats and he'll collect it with 1:13 to go in the Mountaineer power play. Collins controlling around behind, and now he works it ahead and passes off. West Virginia looking to enter the zone. Now it's battled for right near the blue line, both sides coming together. And it comes free, and Collins gets taken out. A whole bunch of bodies coming together right along the wall there. And now the puck goes all the way down to the Mountaineer offensive zone in the far corner. Kicks free around the boards where Brennan will take a shot. That one deflects a few times and winds up going to the corner once more. Now West Virginia, they play it up to the blue line. Mishandled by Collins, and now a breakaway coming for Erie. And that shot goes wide, never troubling Mackey as he missed the net. West Virginia bringing it into the zone now. They still have 20 seconds on the power play. They play around boards and collect it around behind the net from Gretzky's office. Now a pass out in front. The backhand try, they're looking to stuff it home, and it comes free around behind once again. Now another pass to the slot, this one deflected aside by Erie, and they'll play it out of the zone, and that will do it for West Virginia's power play. Brennan steps into the zone. He cycles back, and now drops it off along the wall. There, a sharp angle shot deflected aside. It winds up around behind the net. And West Virginia puts it home there with 32 to go. I didn't see who got it. And somehow that puck wound up out in front. And it was Mohert again who puts that one home and allows West Virginia to take a 3-2 lead with just 32.7 to go in period number 1. Mohart there scoring his second goal of period number 1. You know he's going to be looking for one more in this one. That punt drifts around behind. Both sides come together. And now it's picked up by Erie. Erie with 15 left, they take a shot. Mackey didn't see it, but it went wide. That punt going around the boards once again. Erie gets to it, they take a shot, it deflects, and with 3 to go, West Virginia's just going to hold it, and that will do it for period number 1. West Virginia with a last-second goal to allow them to jump up to the 3-2 lead at the end of 1. For Quinn Kuski, we'll be back from Morgantown Ice Arena for the start of period number 2 on the West Virginia Hockey Network. And we're back for the start of the second period. Quinn Kuski here. Pick up with the action about 40 seconds in. Mountaineers still up 3-2. Shots are 10-12 in favor of Erie Community College. Erie looking to enter the offensive zone. They will do so there, but Collins cuts it off, and he gains possession. But momentarily, Erie takes it back, just to have it stripped back away by West Virginia. Mountaineers take a shot. That one gets blocked off, and Erie comes away with it. They go for the lead pass with that one off of the mark. And Forsyth retreats back and gains possession for West Virginia. West Virginia banks that one up ahead off the boards. Now the pass picked off by Erie Community College. It comes in cross ice, and Forsyth takes it. Now a battle for the puck. Forsyth unable to gain possession there. He hits his man along the boards and rings it around the boards to be picked up by Erie Community College once more. The Cats from their offensive zone looking to set something up. They pass one cross ice, that one off the mark, and West Virginia comes away with a counterattack. Now a dump into the offensive zone from West Virginia. Mo Hart trying to gain possession there. Shot up high, that one up over the head of Mackey, and another shot catches glass once more. 2 shots, no shots on goal. West Virginia passes ahead. With it, here's Mo Hart. Mo Hart already has a pair of goals in this one. He looks to work his way out in front. West Virginia almost set up a chance there for Sable, but he's unable to pull the trigger. Now a shot in from Erie, and they missed the net once again. That's 3 in a row from Erie that have missed the mark. And another shot, this one on target. Mackey snares it in the trapper, and he'll hold on for a draw. Offensive zone draw for Erie, and they do win the faceoff. That shot gets blocked off up high off the stick of Belmore, and it comes free. A turnaround try, and now it kicks away to be taken by West Virginia. Racing ahead with it are the Mountaineers, and that one pinched off and played away by the Cats. It comes back free for a shot from the blue line. That one hopped over the stick of the defending Mountaineer. And now it comes free for Erie to bring it into the offensive zone. Erie starting to cycle around, looking for options. They play it up to the blue line for a shot through traffic. That one off the mark, deflected a couple times and went wide. Now passing to the slot. West Virginia kicks that one right back out to the corner, and now they come away with it. Sable puts on the brakes, tries to backhand one along, and now it kicks free to go into the offensive zone where it's picked off and taken back by Erie. Erie forks one ahead. That one takes an awkward bounce in on Mackey, but he was ready for it and stopped it off. And now it's flipped cross ice by West Virginia, and Erie takes it from their defensive end. Erie with some stick handling, and they play it ahead to the offensive zone. Now a shot in on Mackey, and that one catches the glass and up out of play for a stoppage. Just under 16 left in period number 2. West Virginia yet to record a shot in this period, but Erie only has one thus far. It is 10-13, and a neutral zone faceoff upcoming. This one won and taken by Mo Hart. Mo Hart tries to put on the brakes, but it comes free to be taken back by Erie. Erie with a shot. That one goes wide and around the boards. Now pinched off by Mo Hart, and it's poked free. Mo Hart passing across for a one-time shot, and that one goes wide. Now it's worked into the slot. The only players there are wearing red, and Erie comes away with possession. Erie dishes it up to the offensive zone. West Virginia forces a turnover, And now they skate ahead trying to catch Erie in a change. And they'll just dump it and go make a change of their own. That puck played ahead off of the stanchion. And West Virginia dumps it back in and around the boards again. Erie settles it around behind the net, and they'll look to start up their own attack. West Virginia deflects that pass and intercepts it. Now they bank one into the zone and race after it. Erie getting to it first. West Virginia establishes a forecheck and gains possession. They play one ahead up off the boards, trying to work it back to the point. Erie picks it off. West Virginia back with it. That pass fanned on, and now Erie has it in the offensive zone. That shot goes wide of the cage and around the boards it trickles to be picked back up by Erie for another shot, this one into the glove of Mackey, and he'll hold on for a draw. Face-off won by Erie. They pass one down low off the boards. Now the Mountaineers trying to gain possession, but Erie sticks with it. The Cats send it back up to the blue line, and now they take a shot. That one blocked off, and a rebound try, and a big save there from Mackey. And West Virginia not quite able to get it out of the zone. Delaney tries to backhand one along. Erie back on it. That was into the slot, almost dangerously so. But West Virginia able to defend it aside. West Virginia still working to get it out of their defensive end. This feels very similar to the start of period number 1 that wound up leading to West Virginia with a 2-0 lead off their first 2 shots of the game. Now the Mountaineers come racing ahead, and it goes down low for Brennan. Brennan from the corner looks to play it around the boards for Delaney. Delaney sends it out to the slot, but that one blocked aside, and away go the Cats. Erie into the zone. Now they take a shot, and that one maybe blocked off by Mackey, maybe didn't find its way on frame. West Virginia works it out of the defensive zone, and they send it all the way down. Icing upcoming, and Erie will touch up. Play blown dead with 13:11 to go in the first, and the second. Face-off won by West Virginia. They come racing in. Looking to step by there. But it's fended off and now taken back by the Mountaineers. They play it around the boards. ECC coming ahead and into the offensive zone, into the far corner. A pass out in front, and that one blocked off. Well defended there by Sable. Sable trying to gain possession. Erie Community College takes it first. Now it's down into the West Virginia defensive zone. High stick upcoming on Erie. They'll just chip it. Bit of rough stuff after the whistle. Erie's player off of the high stick decided to shoot one right into the shins of Sable. West Virginia's players not too happy about that one. Give him a little bit of a bump, let him know. Shot in from the blue line. That one deflects and winds up going just a bit wide. Had it been on frame there inside of that post, it probably goes. Mohart trying to work it free. Now West Virginia has it. They bring it in, and a backhand shot, and that a huge save there for Erie Community College. West Virginia looking for that 2-goal lead again. Face-off taken by Erie Community College. They play it ahead off the boards, and it goes back into the Mountaineer defensive zone. West Virginia has it. They ring it around the boards, where it's battled for, and now taken by West Virginia, and away they go. That pass ahead, off the mark, just a bit too far. And now it's battled for around behind. A scrum of players looking to rip that puck off of the boards. Finally, it does come free, and it's taken by Erie Community College. Erie into the zone there, and jumping on top of that and covering up is Mackey. Defensive zone draw upcoming for West Virginia. Faceoff is won by Erie. They take a shot now and patted aside by Mackey. Now it's picked up by Delaney, and he'll look to exit the zone for West Virginia. Delaney forced to turn back and drop it to one of his defensemen. And now it's picked back up by West Virginia, and they'll play it off for Delaney. Delaney loses possession at center, and West Virginia forced to retreat again. Now it's back on the stick of Delaney. Delaney through center ice, and now he ducks into the zone, and a sharp angle shot there, goes way high and quite a ways wide. Now the puck around behind, picked up by Erie Community College. The Cats looking to work it out of their defensive end now. They will do so successfully, and they bring it into the offensive zone. Erie passes one out in front, that picked off by West Virginia, and they'll send it out. Racing down the wing now. West Virginia trying to set up an attack with Brennan, but he's closed off, and it's taken back. Now a pass there looking for Mohart, that off the mark, but now picked off by Collins, and away he goes. Collins passes ahead, and what could have been a 2-on-0 winds up becoming just a dump in and a pretty harmless opportunity for West Virginia. Erie works it into the offensive zone. Now it's picked off by West Virginia, and they'll look to develop a chance here. It could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Now a drop pass, and that pass off the mark, and away comes Erie now. Erie with a chance, and offsides is the call, and a stoppage in play just past the halfway point of regulation time in this game. Neutral zone draw taken by West Virginia. They send it all the way back into their own end. And now Erie takes it. They send it up to the point. That shot deflects through traffic, never finding its way on frame. And now it's played ahead, and racing after it there is West Virginia. The Mountaineers trying to get to it. Some rough stuff in the corner, and the Mountaineers able to take it, but they have to retreat back to center. Now a pass ahead for Sable. Sable enters the offensive zone. His pass across, and a backhand shot, that one blocked. Now it's forked along and comes all the way down, and Erie will take it from the offensive zone. A pass out to the slot. Looking to pull the trigger on a shot there. It fails, and away come the Mountaineers again. West Virginia this time just going to dump it around the board. They needed a change. Now a lead pass, and all the way by himself, Erie with a chance and a backhand try, and a big stop from Mackey to keep this goal lead active. Now it's played around the boards again, settled down by Erie. Erie Community College trying to set something up. Delaney applying some back check there, and it leads to a turnover. Erie staying with it now in their defensive zone as that puck chips up into the air. And the Mountaineer forecheck continuing to hassle Erie, but they're not gaining possession right now. Now Erie banks one off the boards, and West Virginia takes that. And a big hit into the wall there on Delaney, and now players are battling for it along the wall. It comes free for a cross-ice dump from West Virginia. settled around behind by the Erie netminder. And the West Virginia Mountaineers able to pick that off before it became dangerous in the slot. And it goes into the near corner. Now a pass out in front, intercepted by West Virginia, and away they go on the counterattack. Trying to step through there was Mohart, but he's unable to do so. And now Erie comes away with it. Erie now with a counterattack opportunity. Brennan trying to bump his man off of the puck. He scored the first goal today for West Virginia. Mohart had both second two. Now it comes through. West Virginia from behind their own net. Passed along off the mark for Mohart there, and Erie takes it back. Erie brings it into the offensive zone. That one blocked off and taken back by West Virginia. The Mountaineers from their defensive territory now look to work it ahead. Couple players colliding, and finally a shot. That one blocked off by West Virginia, and all the way down it will go. Erie's netminder coming out to play it to stop what would have been a West Virginia breakaway. And now West Virginia gaining possession. Now a pass cross ice and a good chance here. Pass back into the slot, and that one blocked off by Erie. Now a pass for Collins. Collins' shot deflects like 4 times, and a chance, and they score! West Virginia barred down off the Collins shot. It deflected outside of the slot, right to the tape of the Mountaineers, and it's punched home, barred down. The Mountaineers take the 2-goal lead. I believe it was Lane that got his stick on that last. No, it is not Lane. It's Buckley that was able to put that one home. And just like that, Buckley's goal extends the Mountaineer lead to 2 with 6:10 to go in period number 2. Cross-ice pass there comes free to be taken by Erie Community College. They play it around the boards, and West Virginia takes it. Erie trying to send it up to the blue line. And now from the slot a shot, and that one doesn't find its way on frame. Both teams racing for this puck. Erie going to win it, and they will touch up for an icing with 5:37 to go in period numero dos. Defensive zone draw here for West Virginia, and they do win the faceoff. They play it around the boards, and it's picked up by Collins. Collins steps by one, and he works his way out. That one played around the boards, where it's taken by Erie Community College. Erie plays it back around the boards, going with a D-to-D pass there. And it's battled for West Virginia, almost able to force that defensive zone turnover on Erie. And they'll enter the zone offsides, stoppage in play with about 5 to go in the second. Neutral zone draw upcoming. Buckley unable to win that face-off as it comes free, and it's picked up by Erie. They bank one off the boards. West Virginia takes it back. Buckley entering the zone. Buckley takes a shot, and that a huge blocker save. That was labeled for the top right corner. Off the save, it goes up into the netting, out of play, and another stoppage. Face-off won by West Virginia. That shot gets deflected aside. Belmore steps up and regains possession. He plays it up to the blue line. That shot fanned on, and away comes Erie. The Cats looking to capitalize on the Mountaineers' mistakes, and that one winds up going wide. Erie turns it around, trying to pass into the slot. West Virginia picks that off. And now the Mountaineers looking to start up a counterattack of their own. That puck loose out in front, and a couple shots at it, and it's finally covered up and held for a draw. Buckley almost had his second of the night right there. A solid opportunity for West Virginia. Mountaineers still trailing on the shot count, 15-19 in favor of Erie Community College, but they lead where it matters on the scoreboard, 4-2 West Virginia with 4:13 to go in the second. Now it's played down low by Brennan. Going after it there is Delaney. Both sides working to pull it free, and Erie does so successfully. Now a backhand try, that one blocked off. Collins plays it around the boards where Erie will collect. Erie just continues that puck's path around the boards, and now a cross-ice pass will connect, and into the zone is Erie Community College. They take a sharp angle shot, a rebound chance, loose out in front, but well defended, and West Virginia plays it away. Now another chance from the slot, another shot. Mackey saves that one as well. Rebound still loose. West Virginia controls for now. Mountaineers looking to exit the zone. Now they do so. Crossing the red line and lugged into the offensive end for a shot, and that one goes off the back of the cage. West Virginia looking to pass that out in front, and it goes off the mark. Brennan drops it back off around behind. Both sides battle for it along the wall, and now it's sent back in deep, where Erie takes possession, and they'll work it out to center. Coming on West Virginia, and they will touch up. There is the whistle, and the call is hooking. It is one of those restraining fouls, and a 2-minute penalty upcoming to the Mountaineers. One of the two Erie goals did come off an earlier power play, and they'll look to capitalize again. Back to the blue line. Now a cross-ice pass. Erie still controlling. As the Cats cycle the zone, looking for options on this power play. They go back up to the blue line, along the far wall, and now down low, still along the wall. If you're West Virginia, you'll let them stay out there. Now a shot blocked by Mohart. And now works into the deep into the zone, and a good chance there. That one blocked off by Mackey. Another shot, this one into the glove, and Mackey will hold it with 1:20 to go in the power play. And now back up to the high slot, now to the face-off circle. They pass it back up to the point. Erie just continuing to look for that shooting lane. They go down low. They go up along the wall, and now they go from low to high up to the blue line again. Another pass, and that one's shot wide of the net, and around the boards it goes. West Virginia looking to clear the zone. They cannot. That pass goes cross-ice and harmlessly misses everybody, as Erie continues to try and cycle the zone and find an opportunity. They go back to the blue line. A shot there, and a slap pass, and another shot, and that one held and covered by Mackey. Face-off controlled by Erie. They take a shot. That one patted aside by Mackey. Rebound loose. West Virginia will clear it, and time will drip off of this power play. Erie Community College with enough time for maybe one more rush here. They got about 10 seconds as they enter the zone. They bring it around behind and pass it back up to the blue line with 5 to go on the power play. West Virginia defends that aside. but the clearing attempt fails, and it's taken back by Erie. Erie with a pass across the net mouth, no one able out of the ice. Now Erie works it to the point, shot through traffic, that one blocked off, never found its way on frame. Another shot, and that one goes well wide. Now West Virginia takes it as we drift under 30 seconds to go in period number 2. It enters the zone from Erie Community College right up over the short side shoulder of Mackey, and it is 4-3. Both teams now with a last-second goal in each period. West Virginia had a goal late in period number 1, and Erie answers with a goal late in period number 2 to cut the Mountaineer lead in half. It is 4-3. West Virginia enters the offensive end off the draw. They still got 12 seconds if they want to try to answer here. They pass for Delaney. Delaney misses the reception of that pass, and the clock drips down to 5. Now here comes Erie with maybe another opportunity. They got 2 seconds and a shot! And that one saved by Mackey on the last second opportunity from Erie. They almost tied this game up, but the West Virginia Mountaineers hold on to the 4-3 lead despite almost being doubled in shots. It is 15-29 in favor of Erie Community College. I'm Quinn Kuski, and we'll return for the start of period number 3 right here on the West Virginia Hockey Network. And we're back for the start of period number 3. Quinn Kuski here as the Mountaineers lead it 4-3 over Erie Community College. Mountaineers send it into the zone. And it is controlled by Erie as they cycle it around their defensive territory. With it there is Collins. Collins plays it along, and it's taken back by Erie. Erie enters the offensive end. They look to take a shot in on Mackey, but closed off well there by the Mountaineer defense. Erie continuing to work it around the offensive zone. They swing it back around the boards. Collins trying to get to it first. That puck kicks up into the air and winds up on the tape of Collins. That's played around the board and a shot in. Blocked off. Not sure if it got through to Mackey or not. And now that one deflects off a Mountaineer and comes out the center. Erie plays it ahead. They chip one up into the air and dump it in, and they'll go off for a change. Collins backhands one along, and West Virginia has it. They pass cross ice. That one picked off by Erie. And now it's played ahead and dumped in again by the Cats. West Virginia looking to work it ahead. They have it around behind their own cage right now. It comes back to the blue line where it's taken by Erie. They work it to the other side of the ice, and they're able to hold the zone on sides. Now it's battled for. Kicks free, and West Virginia controls. Still from their defensive zone. Now it's flipped out. And a shot there. That one goes up over the head of Mackey. Rebound played away into the near corner by West Virginia. Now the puck into the corner once more. It comes free and poked along out to center ice. Erie banks that one off the boards. That comes all the way down. Icing waved off. Puck is retrieved by West Virginia in the form of Forsythe. Forsythe passes cross ice looking for Lane. That one off the mark and taken back now by Erie. Erie brings it into the offensive zone. Some good back check pressure there from West Virginia, and it forces them back out the center. Erie with 2.5 already gone in at period number 3. Now that one taken by West Virginia. They pass it off, and Sable goes cross ice, and Lane just deflects it in. He'll go off for a change. Sable applying some forecheck. Erie able to work it around him, and they get out the center and now into the offensive end. Erie with a pass out in front, a shot there. That one goes wide. Wound up not finding its way on frame. Belmore looking to pass along, and a penalty upcoming. The Mountaineers are going to be on the power play. Mountaineers could take big advantage of this power play opportunity. If they get one here and take back a 2-goal lead, it's going to make the hill to climb a lot more difficult for Erie Community College. Buckley on the draw there for West Virginia. He wins it over for Brennan. Brennan plays it up to the point for Collins. Collins goes cross ice, and that one's backhanded down low. Evangelista played that off, and it's taken back now by Erie. Erie rings it around the boards. Mackey will settle it down around behind. He'll drop off for Collins. Collins looks to start it back up. He passes ahead for Brennan. That pass off the mark, taken back by Erie. They fan on it, and now it's battled for right at the blue line. Brennan enters the zone. He takes a shot, and that one's snared by the glove and held for a draw. 32 seconds gone in the West Virginia power play. Means there's still a minute 28 remaining, 16:24 to go in period number 3. West Virginia still leading by a goal and trailing 16-29 in shots to Erie. That one going all the way down. It rings around the boards. Mackey going to settle it down behind his own net. He's forced to play it now due to some pressure from Erie, and he gets it around to Delaney. Well done by Mackey. Delaney enters the zone. He backhands one along. A dangerous play there from the Erie goalie, and another goalie with a good play there with the stick. West Virginia trying to set something up. Now they walk out in front for a shot. That one played aside, and it's taken back there by Delaney. Delaney goes up to Forsyth at the point. Forsyth goes across. That shot, that one blocked off. Delaney twists one along. Pinching in to pick it up there is Lane. Lane drops it back off around behind, and it goes back out to Delaney. Delaney back to the blue line for Forsyth. He gets it right back. Now Delaney takes a shot, and that one right into the chest and held for a draw. 32 to go in the West Virginia power play. Buckley on the draw here for West Virginia. It is won by Erie, but West Virginia able to take it back. Buckley with a couple chances, and now Belmore with a stab at it, and he's unable to pull the trigger. And another shot there, that one held and covered for a draw. A good little series there for West Virginia. Only about 10 seconds there, but a good 4 shots on frame. And a lot of chances there for West Virginia to extend this lead. Now face off on the other side of the offensive zone. Buckley still on the draw. Buckley wins this face off. And West Virginia sends it down low for Sable. Sable looks to pass one out in front. It almost comes out of the zone. And it goes around behind where Erie will send it out of the zone. With 9 to go, that will do it for the West Virginia power play. It's almost settled down by Mackey. He decides to lay it off, and now it's taken by Collins, and we're back to even strength. Belmore racing down the wing. He has it poked off of his stick, and it's taken back by Collins. It's played along and then dumped in by Sable. It'll be settled down by the Erie netminder, now backhanded out in front by Buckley. That pass there intercepted by Erie, and now they play around the boards. Erie banks one ahead with that taken by Collins. And now Collins' pass picked off, but offsides is the call, and a stoppage in play here in the third period. Face off at neutral territory, won by Erie. They'll dump it into the zone, and around the boards it goes, where it's taken by West Virginia. Now that one's skied up ahead, and it comes down in the Erie defensive zone. They'll play it back out to center, where it goes all the way back to the West Virginia defensive end. Erie controls now in their attacking zone. They look to turn around one from the slot. That doesn't work, and West Virginia comes away with it. Mountaineers with a good dangle there, but it winds up being Erie possession as it goes around the boards, and West Virginia takes it back. Now a battle for the puck around behind. Erie takes it. And now they pass ahead into center, and now maybe a chance developing for the Cats. Now a battle in the far corner, both sides, 2-on-2, ripping away at the puck, and West Virginia gets it. Mountaineers exit the zone and bring it up through center, and now it's lugged all the way to the offensive end. West Virginia staying on the puck and finally taken out, and Erie comes away with it. Erie from their defensive end. A couple players come together, and Erie stays with it. Now it's turned over to West Virginia, and that pass to the slot, and it leads to a shot that goes wide of the cage. Now with it is Forsyth. Forsyth decides to play it down low. And now a sharp angle shot that catches the netminder, but no trouble on that one. West Virginia trying to get it around the boards there. That blocked off, and retreating back to play it there is Forsyth. Forsyth passes ahead, and Mohart dumps it on into the zone. Going after it now is Lane. That one deflects around. Mohart trying to step up and gain possession, but it's blocked off of him and taken back by Erie. 7:40 gone here in period number 3. Mountaineers still leading by a goal as Erie enters the zone. They look to pass one out in front. It's loose in the slot, and now it's picked up by Delaney. Delaney reverses direction, just trying to cool things off a little bit for a second. And it goes around the boards for Forsyth. Forsyth plays it back around. And now a backhand ahead from Evangelista. And he picks up his own pass and lugs it through center ice and passes off for Delaney. Delaney passes back looking for Brennan. That one blocked off. Now Evangelista with a turnaround shot. That one never finding its way through. West Virginia dumps it back into the zone. That picked up by Erie Community College, and they'll just fork one ahead, cross ice. Mackey plays it off, and it's picked up by Collins. Collins' pass goes to Brennan. He one-touches it ahead for Delaney. Delaney's pass for Evangelista off the mark, and it will go in on goal and be held for a draw. Offensive zone draw there for West Virginia. Both sides battle for it. It comes back to the blue line where it's well played off there by Collins. And he's able to send it back into the zone. Now with it and a 2-on-1 developing here for Erie. And a good opportunity and a diving effort by Collins. What a defensive play there to stop what could have been a game-tying opportunity for Erie. Erie now passing cross ice. They step into the slot, and there's the shot, and that catches the netting right in front of me and out of play. Referees having a discussion on where this faceoff will take place. They deem it to take place in the West Virginia defensive zone, off to the glove side of Mackey. Faceoff sent down around behind Mackey. And now Erie looking to work it deep into the zone, and they will do so. Now that one's poked along. A couple players come together, and it's picked up by West Virginia. They look to backhand one off, and it gets out to center, where West Virginia now controls it in their own defensive zone. Now the Mountaineers almost with a chance there, but well played. The Erie netminder coming out of the net to play that before West Virginia could get on it on what would have been a breakaway. Penalty upcoming to West Virginia. They'll go ahead and touch up, and that will be the tripping call, power play for Erie, and a chance to tie this game. With 10:15 left in the third period, if West Virginia can kill this off, it greatly increases their chances. It's 2 minutes stripping off the clock and a momentum swing in favor of West Virginia. West Virginia has Lane and Mohart on the ice. I see Forsyth at defense. And the faceoff is won by Erie. Erie starting up their cycle. They pass one to the slot for a shot. Mackey with a good save there. Players come together. Looks like the referee contemplated calling a penalty there, but decides against it, and that would have been a very bad situation for West Virginia had it been called. Erie working it around the zone once again. This one passed ahead. Lane trying to get to it. He does so successfully. And a solid hit along the boards, and that shot in on Mackey. He'll cover up and hold it for a draw. Buckley wins that draw over to Collins. Collins closed off along the boards. Buckley comes over to help. and it's still being battled for. A lot of sticks coming together, and now it's back to the blue line where Erie controls it with space. Erie looking to take a shot. That one finds its way through, and now it's picked up by Hogan. Hogan clears it all the way down, and it will deflect off the boards where it's settled down. Buckley trying to win the race to it, and he just applies some solid forecheck there. And now it is picked up and brought ahead by Erie. Now there's some fighting behind the play, and two players have come together. Buckley in the mix of it, and we'll see what comes of this. West Virginia is getting another 2. Is anything coming to Erie off of this? Yep, Erie is getting a 2-minute minor as well, so offsetting 2-minute minor, so we'll go to a very rare 4-on-3 perhaps. If they pull these 2 minutes off of the scoreboard, then we're going to stay at 5-on-4. Both teams currently have the personnel out as if they're assuming we're staying with 5-on-4. Now all the penalties are off the scoreboard. I believe the 43 seconds remaining in the first West Virginia tripping call was about to go back up, and we'll go 5-on-4. There it is, 42 seconds. And so we'll stick it to 5-on-4, offsetting minor penalties, neither team losing a man on ice for that. But the West Virginia captain, Buckley, will be in the box for the next 2 minutes. Lane sends that one down, and around the boards it goes. West Virginia with only 30 left to kill. Lane with a shot, he scores short-handed. Lane forcing the turnover and catching the Erie goalie napping, and it's a 2-goal lead for West Virginia. That's just simply a hustle play. Lane jumping into the action, able to apply some forecheck, force a turnover off of the stick of the Erie netminder. He turns around and punches it home, and the Mountaineers lead by 2 with only 26 seconds left to kill in the Erie power play. Face-off won by Erie. That puck battled for around behind, taken by West Virginia. That pass out front gets blocked off and taken back by Erie. They have 9 seconds to go on the power play. Hogan able to intercept that momentarily, but Erie stays with it. They drop it off to the point, and now they work it around. Now a chance down low, Mackey with the save, and he'll jump on top of it, and we'll go back to even strength. .11 to go in period number 3. West Virginia now with the 2-goal lead. Delaney stepping up for the defensive zone faceoff. Faceoff is taken by Erie, and they take a quick shot in. That one's saved by Mackey. And the Mountaineers send it all the way down. They're not on the penalty kill anymore, so that will be an icing with 8:01 to go in the third. Face-off taken by Erie. That shot deflects around. Mackey didn't cover it, but for the second time today, the referees lost sight of it, and they blew the whistle dead while the goalie was not on it. This face-off taken by Erie. They work one right into the slot, right in front of Mackey. He'll jump on top of it, and he'll hold that one for a draw. And he'll cover it up as well. That one played around the boards for Sable. Sable able to work it out of West Virginia's end through center ice, and the Mountaineers lug it ahead. Now it's taken back by Erie Community College. They step through a couple Mountaineer players, and now a slap shot, and that one goes wide of the cage. A good chance there. Sable comes racing ahead with it now. Looking to start up a counterattack. He'll just dump it in. And going after it there is Belmore, but Erie takes it at least out to center, where West Virginia has it back now. Sable able to poke that one in, and he'll go off for a change, and Erie takes it back. That one going in all the way on frame, and will be covered up for a draw. Just under 7 to go in period number 3. West Virginia still up by a pair here in the third. Puck battled for along the far wall. Shepard, but it's poked off of his stick. Now that shot in. A chance out in front, and that one catches the glass. And a cross-ice pass there, picked off by West Virginia, and now they'll bring it back in the form of Shepard. Shepard lets one go, and that one blocked aside. Now it's picked up by Mohart. Mohart pinned up along the boards. Lane and Shepard come over to try and help, but Erie comes away with possession with 6 to go. Now with a chance, here comes Erie, 2-on-0 developing, and that backhand try goes wide. Now it's being ripped at around behind, both teams trying to pull it free, and Erie pulls it free first. They send it up to the point, shot through traffic, that blocked off, and now pulled away by Shepard. Shepard left by himself as both of his line mates went off to make changes, and it winds up being Erie possession. And now Erie looks to enter the zone, but well defended there, and West Virginia's able to get it out at least as far as center before Erie dumps it right back in with 5:20 to go in the third. Forsyth plays that around the boards, where it's collected and passed cross ice. Racing after it there is West Virginia. Mountaineers have it now in the offensive zone. They send it up to the blue line for a shot, and that one catches the pillows and goes into the corner. Now the puck goes back out through center ice, and West Virginia will retreat to collect. Beal passing it around the boards, and it's now taken by Erie again. Erie takes a shot, and that goes wide, and another shot wide as well. Brennan passes ahead, and West Virginia lugs it into the zone. That shot goes up into the ceiling. Probably looking at about another 2.5 minutes before Erie starts to contemplate pulling the goalie down by a pair. If they score one before that point, then they probably won't pull the goalie till about a minute left. That shot goes up high and wide and comes back out to center, where it's played right up into, I believe, the West Virginia bench and out of play. And there's the whistle. Neutral zone draw. Brennan forks one into the zone, going after it there. And now it's taken by Evangelista. Evangelista looking to pass one out in front. It goes back to the blue line. where it's sent down low off the glove of Evangelista. And now it goes back cross ice, and Erie racing after it, and they're going to get to it first. 4 to go here in the third. That was the chance Erie was looking for, and Mackey stood tall, stone cold with that save. Buckley on the ice here, his first shift since taking the offsetting minors on the kill earlier. And now a chance cross ice there on the pass from Erie. Now loosing the slot, and it kicks out all the way back to center. Sable trying to pick that one off, and it's picked off by Erie. That one deflected out in front. Mackey snares it and covers up for a draw. One of the line judges appears to be having some issues with his skate. He's having a hard time keeping his edge. He keeps looking at it and testing it out. And with just a couple minutes left in this game, in between. Another defensive zone draw here for West Virginia. That shot right off the face-off goes wide. And now it's played around the boards by Collins. Collins turns it back over, and it's taken again to a referee for a penalty, none coming. And now it's taken by Mohart. Mohart has it poked off of his stick with 2:55 to go in the third period. Now it's played back ahead, and into the zone comes Mohart. Mohart takes a shot, and that one goes wide. It comes free for Lane. Lane backhands one out in front. And now it's dropped off and back down to Lane. Lane passing play that just quite doesn't work. 2.5 to go here in regulation time. Mountaineers still lead by a pair. West Virginia trying to work one around out in front. Now it comes back out to center where it's taken by Forsyth. Forsyth retreats back and turns it over, and now a chance comes Erie. Erie plays it around the boards, and they'll look to work one out in front. A sharp angle shot, Mackey saves that, and now a pass out in front of him, and it comes free where it's taken by Shepard. Shepard just dumps it into the zone, and the Mountaineers go off for a change. 1:50 to go in regulation. It's about goaltender pulling time if you're Erie. Erie plays it up through center ice, and it's picked up there by West Virginia. And the Mountaineers able to work it back into the Erie defensive end. While Erie has it, they're not in a dangerous position right now, and now they work it ahead. And I would think that this would be the point that Erie's going to pull the netminder, and there he goes. The net is empty now for Erie. We have a 6-on-5. Face-off won by West Virginia. Erie takes it back, and they send it around behind the net. And now it goes back to the point for a shot through a ton of traffic. It doesn't go through. Now it comes free for Evangelista. Evangelista trying to stay with it, but it's played away and taken by